Aries, this is Morgan with Compass Rose Astrology, and today we're going to be going through the astrology and tarot reading for you in the month of March. We have a huge month coming up for you. I'm going to talk through the transits that you might experience, and then I'm going to go through the cards to kind of get a better clarification on some of the details coming up, and then at the end, I'm going to pull an oracle card for you just to kind of tie all the messages together. And just so you know, these readings are specifically read towards the Aries rising signs. As you can see on my little astrology board right here, it's set with the, Aries in the first house, so that would be the rising sign. However, I highly recommend that you also watch some of the other videos that relate to your moon and your sun sign as well, because you might find that you might have more influence from those planets rather than just your ascendant this month. So I highly recommend that. And this is just a general reading. This isn't specifically for one person in general at all. This is just a general reading, so take what resonates and leave what doesn't, and I hope we have some fun looking at some of the astrology here. So just to jump right in, if you take a look at this little astrology board we got, we have so many wild transits happening this month. First and foremost, we will be having Jupiter and Venus coming together in your first house, Aries, which is amazing. So I think this is a beautiful way to kind of color the rest of the month for you. Aries and, Venus and Jupiter are the two benefics of the astrological planets, which means that they are very abundant, kind of hopeful, lucky, good planets to really add like kind of a spice of rose-colored glasses for you this month. So you have a lot of really fun, or at least you have like the beginning of something really hopeful and really positive happening at the beginning of the month, and the rest of the month is chaos, Aries, if I can be totally blunt with you. So we have several major transits of planets leaving their signs. So my kind of key word for this month is transformation, because we have all of these shifting planets, and it's just going to transform the vibes of our lives big time this month. And that's why I also chose the Oracle of the Shapeshifters to kind of tie in our message later. But we do have Saturn leaving Aquarius, which is, Aquarius is ruled by Saturn. It's finally leaving the two signs of Capricorn and Aquarius, the two Saturn-ruled signs, and it's moving into Pisces. And it's going to be a huge breath of relief for everybody, I think, because Saturn is finally outside of one of its own houses. And then we have Pluto also leaving Capricorn for the first time in, I want to say like 13 years it's been. So, and it's going to ingress into Aquarius. It'll be there for, I think, until the middle of June. And this is just going to be, and then it'll go retrograde and move back into Capricorn. But this is just going to be a kind of preview of what the next 20 years is basically going to be like, because Pluto is going to be in Aquarius for like 20 years. So we'll see if Pluto or Capricorn or Aquarius, if any of these Saturn-y kind of signs are lighting up for you. And we also have Venus will be moving out of Aries, and it will be moving into Taurus and coming into a conjunction with Uranus. So you're going to have a lot of very personal things happening for you this month. I think a lot of it is going to revolve around you, Aries, because the first house, it's very personal. It's all about you, so we'll see how that exactly applies this month. First, I'm just going to go ahead and cleanse the space. I have a beautiful sage bundle along with one of my cleansing candles, and say thank you so much to the universe for providing clear, constructive, purposeful messages for Aries. We get rid of any negative energy and bring in all positive, constructive, purposeful information. Thank you so much, Spirit. Okay, so we're going to get into your reading, and of course, Spirit, say a ton already, so that was too many though. So, all right, what do you have? Message for Aries. What have they been going through? Wow. I feel like you've been going through a lot, Aries. It's a lot. Oh my gosh. Wow. I think the whole entire deck wants to talk. All right. Okay. 2 is better than the entire deck. Okay. Okay. Wonderful. Okay. So it seems like what you've been going through a lot recently, I feel like there was a loss of a dream somewhere. So we have the 10 of Pentacles, we have the 8 of Swords, and then we have the Star card. I feel like there's something you went through recently or have been going through for the past few years that made you feel like you missed out on something, or something that you thought would bring you a lot of stability, and also that really spoke to your kind of heart on a certain level. Perhaps it was something that you thought you were meant to be pursuing. It was something you might have often dreamt about, like in your actual dreams at night. And you've since felt really kind of aimless is the message that I'm getting right now. And this could very much have to do with, I want to say with Uranus in your 12th house. That can often imply a feeling of like disconnect and like not knowing where you're going, and also kind of bring a lot of mental anguish. Not necessarily depression, just a real feeling of being lost and feeling like you had a path and it's not there anymore. I also want to say that you've had a lot of career, possibly a lot of changes, but I feel like there was just major kind of anguish over your career because there was just a lost dream here. So maybe you pursued something that you thought would bring you the happiness that you wanted, and now you just feel trapped inside of it, and it doesn't really offer you the flexibility that you were hoping for. I think that it does actually, that you are pretty stable with this 10 of Pentacles. So I think that this is a job that might be beneficial for you, or and the reason I'm just seeing it a job is because we have Pentacles and then we have the Swords. So that's something very tangible, something that you have to use your intellect to engage in, basically. So I feel like there's something recently that has just made you feel as if you lost out on something. Maybe you're kind of lost your sense of purpose here. That's a big part of what I'm getting. Actually, let me clarify the star. Let me get some more information on the star. Wow. Oh my goodness. 2 more major arcana, Aries. That's amazing. So we have the World and the Death card. Yeah, I think this is definitely kind of reiterating what I was just saying, is that there was a wish or hope of yours that you were really banking on something working out a certain way, and it feels like the time is up on something. I feel like you've given something a shot, and it's instead just kind of felt like the wheels are just turning on you, like it's just like kind of day in, day out, nothing really connects with you anymore, and like brings you that sense of of that fire in your seat to kind of keep you going and keep you motivated, really. And there's just been a huge change recently, and I think it's led to you feeling really stuck and trapped. And it could be that maybe so what I'm kind of getting here is that maybe there was like a change in a position or change in a project or something, or a change in a location of where you were working, and basically it feels like everything's just kind of come to an end for you. So what is Aries going through now? Oh boy. Okay. Okay, so these fell on the ground, so I feel like these are all here for you. So we have the Strength card, the King of Wands, the Ace of Cups, and the Three of Cups. This is incredible, Aries. What a shift. So whatever this kind of situation that made you feel like perhaps it was like some like, what's the phrase, like golden shackles basically, that made you feel really stuck. I really feel like you took it into your own hands to find something better. And that's what you're going through right now. And perhaps you're wondering if you're doing the right thing, or if this opportunity that's come up for you, because we have the Ace of Cups, this opportunity that has come up for you is worth it. And especially with Pluto leaving your 10th house, which is the house of careers, and kind of with the vibes that this reading is giving me, I want to tell you that this is a phenomenal opportunity for you. And especially with the Ace of Cups, this is an abundant, really wonderful opportunity that really speaks to your heart and your mind as well. And it makes you feel kind of emotionally fulfilled, or just fulfilled in general, because there has been such a lack of that in the past. And we have the Strength card, and I love that it came afterwards with the King of Wands. And because we have two figures here with two lions. So what I'm also wondering, if this is not about a relationship and is instead, or excuse me, if this is not about a career and is actually about a relationship, and you're wondering if like, maybe if this partnership will work out, if it's the right kind of partnership, you're complete equals here. Whether this, because you're showing up here as the Strength card, this is incredible. Very, very much, so you're showing up here as the Strength card, and whatever kind of opportunity, if this is a person or a job coming in for you, I do personally think it's more kind of career oriented, but either way, whatever it is, it's really speaking to your heart, and it matches you on the same level. It's productive. It's a force to be reckoned with, really, is what I'm getting. And that it's something joyous and something that you've worked really, really hard for too. Aries, you've had to actually prove yourself a lot in whatever area of life this is. If it's really, it's about, like, you've had a huge shift of your sense of self and self-awareness too. That's a big thing that I'm sensing here. That's wild. Okay. Let's see if we can end. What does Aries have to look forward to? Beautiful. Let's see. Wow, this is incredible. This really is beautiful, Aries. So we have the Queen of Swords, we have the Four of Swords, we have the Ace of Pentacles, and the High Priestess. This is really, really driving it home that you know the right path here, and it's what speaks to you in your dreams. That's so crazy that came up. And I think this is also something that really, it's something you can feel in your gut, what the right choice is here, what the right decision. And if you are going to go forward with this interesting kind of change in your life, it's really going to, I think it's going to honestly test some of the things that you've learned about yourself recently. I do think that there's a big connection here with dreams, because the Four of Swords here is, he's resting. And since you've had so much going on in your 12th house, I think there's a big message here that with everything that you've gone through and with everything coming up, there's a real strong message from the universe to make sure you rest when you can, because there's a lot coming up for you, especially with this Ace of Pentacles. So not only did you have the Ace of Cups, but you also have the Ace of Pentacles right beneath right beneath that. So to me, that says like there's a merging here of the material with the spiritual. So there's just a really strong match made in heaven here. And the universe is saying that this is here for you. You might not know what's in store coming ahead, because the high priestess, she kind of hides the truth. She hides some things from you, but there's a sense of going with your gut and trusting your intuition before when you make your decisions. And I think that's so exciting, Aries. So let me see if I can get an oracle card for you. Awesome. Okay. So we have the fairy ring, new skills, advanced training, and rapid improvements. And I'm actually going to read to you from the book so that I don't miss anything that the oracle is trying to convey to you. Okay, so we have the fairy ring. Are the fairies playing with sweet animal companions, or are these fierce freedom fighters learning new skills? Even beings as adorable as they must learn new abilities. They must learn how to train the new ones and teach the skills that they need in the world of changes that we all live in. The fae here are working with shape-shifting ones, who are taking on forms to test the fairy skills. When this circus gathers, it may look fun and simple for a frog to jump, or for a fairy to pick up a tiny chair and tame a friendly foe in the form of a mouse, but everything they are demonstrating is vital for their education and for their own family's futures. We are fairies, and our role is to create the growing world. Everything is changing. Our world is full of danger because the trees are being severed from their roots and the animals are leaving. The flowers and the blades of grass are trusting in us to learn how to cope, survive, and yes, thrive, even under these bleak circumstances. While it may look fun and like we are merely putting on a show, we are also learning how we will keep the wild ones free and safe when the machines move in. We will never give up the wild places, and we will train, learn, and understand the enemy to understand those who could harm, intentionally or not, the places and beings under our protection. We will do what must be done to save our friends. The shapeshifters are helping us evolve, and you too must ever evolve, learning new skills and train practically to become able to live in the world of changes. Do not grow sedate and lazy or complacent. Become alive and feel the excitement of training. Learn new skills and practices until every part of you, from your legs and hands to even your eyes, hurt. For with this ache comes the knowledge that you are preparing yourself to discover a new path in this ever-changing world. Learning new skills, advancing in your talents, sharpening your reactions and sentences, and following discipline and structure is important now. You are likely to take a course, study, and gain self-credentials in a field you are looking at longingly. There will be an examination, a very important test of your skills, to assess your suitability for a task, role, vocation, and so forth. You must update and refresh your existing skills because things are changing, have changed, and will continue to change. This will excite you, and you will discover joy and purpose in learning new skills. I think this is really wonderful, Aries. I think it really tied in a lot of whatever shifts are happening up in your 10th house and the opportunities coming your way. It might kind of stretch you a little thin. Make sure you rest, like I said, when you can. But go forward with the strength and the knowledge that you know that what you're doing is true and true to yourself. And you will find the abundance that you've been looking for. Awesome. I hope you like this reading. Please leave any messages about some of the experiences that you have this month, and I will talk to you in the next video. Bye.